and welcome. This is Sheila from the channel Inside Beauty with the Old Girl. Today's video is a tag video. I love tag videos, and it's a YouTuber tag. I watched and have now subscribed to a channel that I recently discovered, Robin's Beauty Over 50. And she had done it, and I commented on it, and she told me feel free to do it. Now, I believe this was created by a girl, well, her channel name is Queenie68 or Makeup Queenie68. I believe that's it. I will list both channels below. And I think she created it, and so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'm excited to do it. So let's get started with this YouTube tag video. 17 questions. Okay, the first question is, where did you grow up, U.S. or abroad? Okay, I grew up in the United States. I was born in Wheeling, West Virginia. I lived there until I was 12, and then we moved to a small town, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. And that's where I, stayed until I got married and moved. And that is about maybe 20, 25 miles west of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So that's where I grew up. All right, the next question is, what year did you graduate high school? And share a graduation picture. Well, I actually didn't graduate. I would have graduated in 1969 at the end of May. However, I turned 18 May the 12th, and I got married May the 17th. And my husband at that time was in the military, in the Marine Corps, and he had been in Vietnam for 13 months, and he was due back May 10th, and we had planned the wedding all through the 13 months he was in Vietnam, and so the wedding was for May 17th. So we got married, and then he had to report to Cherry Point, North Carolina, and so we had to leave. So I never got to actually graduate with my class. I do know that I have 2 senior pictures, my graduation pictures, that were done, of course, professionally, and I'll dig them out and try to put them in this video. I know where they're at, but I can't get the box down without my husband's help. And one of them I did for me, which I just had long brown hair then, and I wore it long. But back then, your parents expected you to look different. I mean, you had to have an updo and look real fancy. They put like a black velvet cape or shawl around you, and your hair had to be up and then big curls and everything. So I had to do that one for my mother and dad, but the other one I did for myself and my friends. So I will hopefully find those and be able to insert them. All right, number 3. See here, what was the makeup trend the year you graduated? I have no idea. I really don't. I don't remember anybody wearing makeup. Maybe they did, and I just can't remember. I know for myself, I would just wear mascara sometimes, and I think that was it. I may have worn an eyeliner for that graduation picture, but other than that, makeup just was not a part of my life, and I don't remember. No girl stands out to me from high school that wore makeup. I can't even picture any. So, and when I look through my high school yearbook, I don't see makeup on anybody. So that's the way it was where I went to school. All right, number 4. What was the hair trend the year you graduated? Well, most people had big hair. And then after I graduated, when I was in my early 20s, it just got bigger. The big beehive, I mean, the higher you could pile it and tease it and spray it with that, what was it, Aquanet? or adorn. I can't remember hairspray, but it was stiff. I mean stiff, like helmet hair. But for some reason, when I was a senior, I had long straight hair, and I just usually wore it in pigtails. Go figure. You know, here I am in high school, and I would wear pigtails, but I was a late bloomer in pretty much everything. All right, next question, number 5, would be, what was your first car, year, make, model, color, and clunker? I never had a car, before I was married. And after I was married, I know that we had a station wagon. I don't remember the year, the make, the model. I know it wasn't new, and it was so long. I mean, it was long. I think it was maybe a Buick or a Chrysler, and it had that back door that opened. And at that time, I had 3 children, all 5 and under, and it was just, your typical look. The mom with the big station wagon and all 3 kids hanging out the back, waving out the window, and that was it. I didn't have my own car until I was 30 years old. That was an old clunker. I don't know what it was. I think it was a Chevy Impala, I think. But anyhow, it had no paint on it. The paint was gone. And it had bald tires. It was really a clunker. But that was the car that I had. So there you go. Okay, let me see what I'm on. Number 6. What was your senior prom song or junior prom song? Well, since I didn't go to my senior prom because my fiance at the time was in the military and in Vietnam, I didn't attend the prom. But I did go to the high school dances. And the favorite song they played every dance at the end of the night was Put Your Head on My Shoulder by Paul Anka. Oh my gosh, I loved that song. I thought it was so romantic, and you wondered, is it okay to put my head on this person's shoulder? You know? So, and then if you did, you were kind of close enough that you could smell their cologne. And I can remember, oh gosh, English leather. That was real popular back then for cologne for males. And I loved the smell of that. I just loved it. So that's the song, Put Your Head on My Shoulders by Paul Anka. All right, number 7. What was your typical Saturday night as a senior in high school? Well, really nothing, because my fiance was in Vietnam that whole senior year, so I didn't go anywhere. There was nowhere to go. And I just kind of stayed home, or maybe would sleep overnight with another girlfriend, or have a girlfriend sleep overnight, but that was about it. Earlier, before he went to Vietnam, and I was younger then, sophomore and junior, it was dances every Saturday night. Always went to dances, loved to roller skate, loved to ice skate, things like that. But I never passed up a dance on a Saturday night. All right, number 8. How did you wear your makeup as a teen? Share a pic, tell the year, age if you can remember. Well, let me see. How did I wear my makeup as a teen? I didn't wear it. So that's easy to answer. I'll look again for pictures and I'll try to put them up there, but we just didn't wear makeup. At least not the area I was in the school I went to. So I don't know. I don't know why we didn't, or I can't remember anybody that did. I do remember that mascara. I think it was that, was it called Great Lash? It was in a pink tube with a green lid. But I can't remember if I had that in high school or it was later when I was in my 20s. So can't really answer that one too well. I guess it must be because I'm so old. I really am an old girl, when I'm thinking about it. Because when I watched Robin's video about her questions, she talked about hers. And so, I don't know. Of course, she's probably a lot younger than me. So maybe because of my age, we just didn't wear makeup back then. I don't know. All right, let me move on here. That would be number 9. Were you always into makeup, beauty, and style? No, not makeup, not beauty, and, well, maybe a little bit style. Not that I had stylish clothes or anything, but I've always done my own thing. So I don't think you could call it stylish, but I did have my style. See, I wore uniforms growing up, going to school until I went to high school. So, clothing just wasn't part of my life. I wore a Catholic uniform. Of course, I was supposed to be a nun, Sister Ida Marie. What do you think of that? So, anyhow, then when I got in high school, I could wear my own clothes, but I didn't wear what anybody else wore. I loved like overalls, bib overalls, anything bib overall. It could be a jumper, it could be the shorts, it could be the long pants. I loved them. And shoes. Now, we didn't have many shoes. We might have gotten, if we were lucky, 2 pair a year, but probably only 1 pair a year. But mine were always different. They were never what anybody else wore. And I remember I had a pair of sneakers, I call them. They had a platform of rubber on them. I'm telling you, I mean this, about this tall, I'd say 5 inches. If I can find a picture of me in those shoes, I will insert them in this video. I loved them. Nobody else wore them, but I did. And I loved, loved, loved saddle shoes. I always wore saddle shoes. The cream color and the navy blue, they were my most favorite. So there you go on that one. Okay, number 10. Was there a specific reason that you started your channel? Oh yes, most definitely a specific reason. I had gone over this in my very first video that I put up this year, which was in September when I started my channel. And I went over the reason. And it was because I have my mother here who will be 94 April 10th. So 3 more months, she'll be 94. And me and my husband are her primary caregivers. And so that consumes a lot of my time every day. And I needed an outlet because we've been doing this now for over 2 years. And I just needed something for me, or a way to escape in my mind. I felt like my mental health was just going down the tubes. So I started watching YouTube videos last year, 2019 in January. Yep, again, late bloomer. And I just got so involved. I loved them. It was such an escape for me. I wasn't really into makeup or skincare or anything, but I just so enjoyed it. And I enjoyed watching the people and how it made them feel. And then I came across, the first channel I came across in the mature community was Mary Ellen from Mary Ellen After 60. And she's the one that really inspired me and made me want to do this. Or gave me the courage, I guess, to do it. So I loved her skin. Her skin is beautiful, just beautiful. And I just wanted skin like Mary Ellen's. And I wanted lips like Mary Ellen's. I don't have either one yet, but I'm working on it. And so I watched her videos. That got me started on skincare, which is the timeless skincare, which is what she uses. And so that's how I kind of got into starting my own channel. But the reason behind it was I needed something for me. I just had to have some type of escape and some joy and just a place to go to and talk and express myself and get away from everything and just the concerns and worries over my mother and the caregiving. It was draining me so much. So that's kind of a long answer, but that's my answer. Okay, next is number 11. That one is, how do others react when you tell them about your channel? Well, I don't really have that many people to tell. My sister knows, my brother knows, um, a couple friends. I've told a lot of people in my neighborhood, but they're all seniors. We're in a senior community. A lot of them are, much older than I am, and they just really don't have much of a reaction. It's just like, oh, that's nice, and that's kind of it. Um, my one neighbor across from me, Billy, now she is wonderful. She has been so supportive. She watches all my videos. She comments on them. She gives me tips. Like usually in the beginning when I was showing products, just say something like this. When I was done with it, you heard a loud bang. I would just throw them down. Sometimes I drop them on the floor. So she would critique that and tell me, now you need to lay a towel down when you lay your products down so they don't make that clunking noise. And I was so nervous to do my first video, I froze. So Billy gave me a picture of herself and I hung it on the bottom where the camera is, and I would just look at it and pretend like I'm talking to Billy. So that's helped me to get started. And she's been very supportive, and I have others that are supportive, but usually people's reaction is just like, oh, that's nice. So, that's the way it goes. But that's okay. All right, now let's go on to number 12. What is your favorite thing to talk about or demonstrate, makeup or skincare, and why? I would have to say skincare to talk about. Although makeup is fun talking about too. You have to understand this is all new to me. I wasn't into skincare or makeup all my life. So 2019 was the first year, so I'm excited about all of it. But I really enjoy skincare and the things that I use. And again, thanks to Mary Ellen, I got started on that. And Lord knows I needed it because I never did any of that before. So I'm just excited about all of it. I haven't demonstrated any of it yet. Hopefully I'll be able to do that this year in 2020. All right, the next question is number 13. What is your favorite thing about being a 50-plus beauty YouTuber? Oh, wow. Everything. Just everything. Um, Being able to be me. Being able to be free. Being able to express myself. When you get to an old girl age, you don't care anymore what people think or say or do or whatever. So it doesn't matter. You don't have those hang-ups or, gee, am I good enough, or do I look okay, or I don't really care. It just doesn't enter the picture. I am having so much fun. I enjoy every aspect of doing this. And I love talking and relating to other people. I love answering comments or getting the dialogue going. I just love so much about all of it. And I'm just so grateful and so happy and excited about it. Okay, the next question would be number 14. What is the most challenging thing about being a 50-plus beauty YouTuber? Well, I'm going to say nothing because it's not a challenge for me. Because, like I said, I don't care that much. I don't want that to come across the wrong way, but I'm not real big into makeup. I wear it. I try to look my best. I do everything that I can to look my best. But I don't experiment and try different looks. I'm not there yet. And so that part's just, kind of so-so. But nothing is challenging. I love it. That's how excited I am about it. Now, there is one challenge, and that's the vision. I can't see. I cannot see anything without my glasses. And do you know how difficult it is to try to put makeup on with glasses? Oh my gosh. Even I put my makeup on with my glasses. So here I am with my glasses on, and I'm trying to put mascara on because I don't want to poke my eye. So I'm pulling the glasses down like this. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm tipping my head back to see what I'm doing. I mean, it's just crazy. But I can't wear contacts. I tried once. I was 40 years old, and I had just started to need glasses at that time. And I thought, okay, I'll try contacts. Could not do it. Couldn't get them in, couldn't get them out. I'm very claustrophobic. I go into a panic attack very easily when I'm claustrophobic, and having something in my eye just makes me have that claustrophobic feeling. And then what if I can't get it out? You know, it's in, and oh my gosh, what if I can't get it out? What am I going to do? It'll be trapped, and it's that trapped feeling. So I have to wear glasses, and that is a challenge. But that's okay. I can work with it. I found a way to get my makeup on with my glasses on. Okay, number 15. What advice would you give your 30-year-old self about makeup and skincare? Well, about makeup, I guess nothing because, like I said, I wasn't into makeup. Now, skincare, I wasn't into it. I didn't use any of it. I just washed my face with whatever bar soap we had, and that was it. But had I known about it, oh my gosh, I would have advised myself to use skincare and to take care of my skin. I would have used sunscreen, which I never did. I wouldn't have just baked out in the sun for 8 hours a day with no sun protection at all. I would just put those tanning oils on that would make you darker. That was kind of it. So that's the advice I would have given my 30-year-old self on makeup and skincare. Okay, number 16. What is your favorite 50-plus beauty tip to share? Well, I guess for that I would say cream products. The reason I say that is, you know, our skin changes as we get older, and being the age that I am, you get more texture, uh, wrinkles, everything, and they show up more with powder products. So I really like cream products. I like light foundations that are more of a serum base or just tinted moisturizer kind of base, BB creams, things like that, that sit light on your skin and don't settle into those fine lines, well, wrinkles, deep wrinkles. And the cream blushes are wonderful. They don't show any texture at all on your skin. So that would be my tip as far as a beauty tip, and just accept what you have and work with what you got. Okay, and the last question is number 17, and that is tag at least two 50-plus YouTubers so that we can get to know each other. All right, well, I'm going to tag Connie Murphy from the channel Connie Murphy, over 70 and still glamorous, and she is, and Ellen's Abundant Life. And I will list both their channels below. They are both wonderful ladies, dear friends, YouTube friends, and they're both just beautiful. So I'm going to tag them. So that's the end of the tag questions. Now I'm going to leave you with a beauty tip. I always leave an inside beauty tip at the end of all my videos. That's kind of my trademark or my thing. And so, of course, when we talk about, the outside, this whole video, I've talked about, makeup that we wore back in the day, or how we wore our hair, the clothes we wore, things like that. And those are all on the outside. And of course, we can't do them anymore. Not what we did when we were 20 or 25, the way we wore our hair then, or the ones that did wear makeup, what we wore, things like that. It just wouldn't look too good today, and not on someone that's of mature age. And so it changes. Everything changes. Like, your skin changes every day. I know back then I could, rub something on my face when I'm washing it or do something, and that was it. Now, oh my gosh, nothing goes back into place. Like if you pull your eye like this to tight line or something, it doesn't go back. Or if you pull down here to do something in your lower water line, then this is still down here. I have to push everything back where it belongs because it doesn't spring back anymore. Those things change. Everything changes. And change isn't so bad. I say just embrace it. Embrace where you are. Embrace what you have. And do the best you can to look the best you can. But for the inside beauty tip, it's kind of the same way. Everything changes. Things change. We can think about the things back when we were 20, 25, 30, and so on. Our thoughts were different than they are that now we're a little bit older and a little bit wiser. We have a different thought process. We have different things to look at within ourselves. And so, the mirror on the outside, when we look into it and look at our own face and think, oh, I like this color lipstick I have on. Or you could be watching the video and say, oh, I like those earrings you have on today. That's what you see. But you don't see the inside of me. Nobody does but me and God. So it's like looking into the mirror of your soul. And that has changed tremendously over the years. And the older I get with each passing day, each passing year, it continues to change. Because there are things that we need to focus on and look at and make sure we're on track in our heart, with our thoughts, with everything. We have to look at the inside every day and check it. Just like we look in the mirror and check our skin every day to see how it's doing, what it looks like, you've got to look inside and check your heart and your soul each and every day to make sure you're where you need to be, because these are some critical points to really focus on in these later years. I'm not saying I'm 80, but each day we're getting up there and we're aging faster and faster. So just take a look into that mirror, into your soul each day as you look at your face in the mirror each day. I want to thank you so much for hanging in here with me and listening to the answers to my questions. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'm so happy you took the time to spend some of your time with me today. So thank you so much, and until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya.